This is Michael Gerace with Michelangelos Services Inc. It is October 29th, 2025. We are located at 2111 Calaveras Drive, Camarillo, California 93010, performing a video waste line and sewer line inspection in the garage area. We're going through a 3.5 inch clean out that we located behind a file cabinet. Here's the file cabinet that was just to the right of the small walk-in garage door going into the house as you're entering from the large garage doors, and this is going out toward the driveway area. We had to chip out the drywall around the clean out area because somebody drywalled over it. They drywalled over the plug. Apparently this has been chipped out before because it was patched up. We can see by the mesh, there's a yellow mesh there, and that's used to patch drywall. A cover should be put over this. They can get a 7-inch or a 9-inch chrome cover that will go over this, and you can get a flush cover. If you put a flush plug in there, you can put a flush cover which won't stick out but maybe 1/8 of an inch at the most, and it will cover this whole area, and if you ever need to access it, it's easily accessed. So we're going to zero out our camera monitor here right at the opening. We tried to locate a sewer clean out on the property, but we couldn't locate one in the driveway or in the garage, anywhere out in front. So we're going to insert our camera, and it is ABS plastic, and you see all the stuff swirling in the line. That's sewer gases. That's typical. That's why we have P-traps underneath sinks. The toilet has a built-in P-trap. The tub, shower has a P-trap. That keeps the sewer gases from coming back into the house. And it kind of subsided a little bit. We're in ABS plastic pipe and fittings, and we're going out toward the street. A little tiny bit of a flat spot right there. So it's not draining 100% going downhill the way that it should with a 1/4 inch per foot of fall, but it is ABS plastic. The little flat spot is not that long, so we don't believe this will pose any issues. Generally it'll push right through that, and I'm sure it's been this way since it was built. We're making a turn. We've got an inlet coming off the back side, so we're pushing out. Going to see if we locate a clean out of some sort in the front, possibly. And that looks like a clean out right there. So we're going to pause for a moment. We're going to try and locate this area. Okay, we located this area, and it is underneath the pavers, just to the right of the front door as you're walking up to the house. And somebody covered over this. And this is the clean out right here. So I'm going to continue to push out. Got long lengths of ABS plastic piping. There's a joint right there. We're going to run some water and rinse our camera lens off a little bit. We've got some debris on the camera lens. Okay, we rinsed our camera lens off, and we're at about 58 feet. We're just going to try and push out using the water that's coming behind us. Help us get out into the sewer, and then we can take a look on the way back. It's a whole lot easier to try and see. I believe we're in the street now. And there's the city sewer right there. Gonna try and rinse our camera lens off really well. No water. Get into the city sewer right here at 93 foot 9 inches on the camera monitor. And then we'll look at the sewer line again as we come back. We'll take a look at it. Back up to about the 58 foot area is where we pretty much had to push out with the water and couldn't see great. But we'll view it all the way back. We're going to pause for a moment, let the water subside. Okay, we located and marked out the tie-in to the city sewer. This is the end of the homeowner's responsibility. This is their lateral in the street that they're responsible for. And we are at approximately 7 foot 8 inches deep. Now we're going to take our locator off, and we're going to begin pulling back. There's the saddle area. That's the end of the saddle area. It's difficult. It looks like there's just some buildup in there. Difficult to see it 100%, but there's some buildup in there. And got a little flat spot, holding back a little bit of water in the lateral, which is quite common. I'm going to pull back some more. You're going to see we might have somebody in the house as well running water, but that's just churning. That's just churning right there, and we can't see much. It's not draining down, but not the way that it should drain down with the grade. You have a 1/4 inch per foot of fall. So every 4 feet, that pipe should be going downhill 1 inch, and it's just churning. Coming back further, and now it's draining down. Going to continue pulling back. So it's draining from there. So it's not that far of a distance to try and push out to the city sewer, but it does have some back rate. It's going uphill instead of downhill. We're going to continue pulling back. We have somebody running a little bit of water in the house, but that's okay. Joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. And again, this is the city lateral in the street that the homeowner does own. And it appears to be concrete pipe. Very difficult to tell, but it does appear to be concrete pipe. But all appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this point. We'll check all the joints, and we can definitely see if there's holes in it. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. As we're pulling back, if you had a big old hole in the piping, we'd see it. And again, now we're back graded. Pulling back 68 feet, and then we come to this coupling, and now that's holding water. So we're underwater at about 67 feet 8 inches. Let's see how long this back grate is. Not long, but you can see it's even holding water in that fitting. So it's about 3 feet. And that's the transition from the ABS plastic, I believe, to the concrete or maybe even vitreous clay. It didn't look like vitreous clay, it looked more like concrete. But that's the transition to it. So you got some back grading in there, but you've got quite a bit of fall coming from the house. And I don't see that posing an issue at this point in time. But if it is dropping, we've got some issues with that back grading, then it could pose an issue later on in time. So we're going to pull back. I'm going to pause for one moment. Okay, now we're being recorded. Oh. It's okay, whatever you want to say. But we have the buyer Sky here with us, and realtor Lee LaPlante and Lacey, and we're pushing out. And I just wanted to show them. I make this drop, and we go into water. You can see that we're underwater. See everything swirling? Mm-hmm. So we're underwater right here, and we kind of stay underwater for about 5 feet. So a 5 foot belly or a dip in the pipe isn't astronomical, but we're holding water there. So what will happen is, if you're flushing whites especially, you flush hygiene whites,
no, we do
it would
not.
hit the water,
Yeah.
and it would slow down,
Yeah.
and then it would dry up
Yeah,
and
we
build
tell
up
people
and
not
cause
to look at
issues.
No,
we have
no,
septic in
no,
my-
we don't have that. We don't
other
deal
than-
with that.
Okay. Other than that, more than likely you wouldn't have an issue. There's another little belly up ahead, same thing, about 5 feet. So everything should just push right through. I don't see an issue, but it isn't graded going downhill the way it should be. It's a 1/4 inch per foot. Every 4 feet should be an inch drop. And right in that area, it's not doing that. So I just wanted you to see it.
Okay.
And that's how many feet out to the street? That's
This right here is right about at the curb area. And there's
Okay.
another one further in the street a little bit. But like I said, you know, it's
Unless you
been
flush
since
that sort of thing.
1976.
Yeah.
Everything's been running through. And I don't think you're going to have an issue unless somebody was using hygiene wipes. Otherwise, I think
All
you're
right.
fine.
Yeah.
We'll put a little sign above the turf.
Okay, we've gone over this with the buyer and the seller's agent, Lacey, that we've got a belly here in the line where it's holding water for about 5 feet. You can see where it's holding water down at the bottom of this fitting, and for about 5 feet. But it's got to drop. We're quite a ways from the house. Pipe's all pretty slick. This is all ABS plastic now, and all the ABS plastic look to be in fair and maintainable condition. Fair and maintainable condition means it's as good as it gets if it's not brand new. So everything looks good. Pulling back toward the house. And there's an inlet right there on the side. A little bit of an offset in the joint right there, tiny bit, but it's dropping into it. That's just because of the type of coupling that they used. But everything's flowing fine. Now we're pulling back toward the house, pulling back toward our waistline clean out. Waistline clean out means that it's going to go under the slab of the garage, and then once it gets 2 feet outside the house, it becomes sewer. It's the same line, but they consider it waistline within the perimeter of the foundation. Now we're pulling back and we're under the waistline, coming back to our waistline clean out, and we're pulling up and out of our waistline cleanout. And that will conclude our video waistline and sewer line inspection. Thank you. And there is a mainline sewer cleanout that is just to the right of the front door, but they bricked over it. So that will conclude our video waistline and sewer line inspection. Thank you.